this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of Kitmaker Network and Armorama.com, and welcome to another episode of Fast 5. So this one is a Farmhouse by Plus Model, part number 487, and it's at 1/35th scale, of course. This says on the front, a kit contains 6 ceramic parts, wooden parts, and 2 resin parts, and it's made in the Czech Republic. There's not really much more in terms of on the box here other than the cover photo and then repeated on the sides here for when you have it on a shelf in a store or in your personal collection, so you can see it on the side there. There are some instruction sheets here. We've got the Farmhouse kind of parts layout, and then the pieces going together, the essentially assembly, and then the finished product, what it should look like. And then they list their website on here, which you can't find their products on either the Plus Model website or this modelchoice.net. I think that has a lot of different products from manufacturers over in that part of the world. And yeah, pretty straightforward stuff here on both of those. So what's on the inside of the box? Let me go ahead and put it this way. And I've got my phone in the shot. Go away, phone. So let's see here. Got some of the ceramic parts they talked about. Now these ceramic parts are obviously like a plaster, very much like the early Verlinden stuff we used to get back in the 80s. So this stuff hasn't really changed. And it's texturized. You can see the texture here, the brick texture. Not really rounded, more of just kind of etched. So very, very hard, kind of like almost shale looking rocks and stuff. I'm not sure what those rocks would be called over in Europe, but here when we like stacked shale and stuff, it usually looks like that. And then there's a bag here, which is proving to be a challenge to figure out where it opens. I know it's somewhere around here, but I'm just going to tear it, I guess. All right, and we've got a couple of these are really lightweight. They're using a very lightweight ceramic material for these. I always thought it was like plaster, but yes, it does feel like very, very light baked clay. So those pieces are there, and then another piece pretty much like the one I just showed you, which is probably the other side of that upper section, I think. And again, this one has some internal, as well as the exterior etching, there's also some internal texturizing. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if that isn't just a part of the creation process. Usually that was the whole thing with these when they were done by Verlinden. They were texturized on one side and not texturized on the other. So I think this texture may just be a kind of side effect of production. And then we've got a couple more of these in here. You don't want to knock these together too much like I just did, because they will break and chip and stuff. So, and again, another piece here with the texture on it, and then on the reverse side, looks more like almost looks like an internal plaster. Now, this has some little divots in it and stuff, so maybe this was molded to have those characteristics. I'm not sure. I think it'll work well either way, whether it was intentional or unintentional. This piece has some discoloration on it, but I don't think that's going to cause an issue. But yeah, there's some kind of strange. I don't know if you can see it in the. Yeah, I think you can. And then again, the same side. There's also again some little divots and kind of stuff in there. There's a resin piece in here with a wire. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe some kind of power unit or something on the side of the building. I think it has something like that on the side. Let me take it out and take a peek. Oh, that's not actually opening the bag, is it, Jim? That's just a piece there. Here I thought the bag was open, but it was not. Alright, so there's the kind of a line for the power. It's just a piece of thread, basically, and then this piece, which is some kind of power connection point. Alright, then we've got a large bag here with lots of stuff in it. Get this bubble wrap out of the way. I'm going to have to speedy this along, because, oh, you know what? This may not be able to be a Fast 5. I'm already at 4 minutes. Alright, well, I might cut off the Fast 5 part at the beginning and just do this as a regular review. I should have realized when this when it had so many more parts, I wasn't going to be able to get through it in 5 minutes. All right, so these parts are very thin, very, very thin, like thin even than some balsa wood kind of thin. And they are obviously parts of the. Let me get that picture out again, otherwise I'm going to. Parts of the front eaves, I think. Yeah, I want to say that anyways. And then these are the roof tiles, which look like a cedar tile kind of thing. I'm not sure what they would be over in Europe. Some kind of, maybe they're supposed to be are they painted like a shale color? No, they're wood. They're wood, so they're supposed to be some kind of like cedar tile or something. And lots of those. There's 3 pieces of those. And we have a kind of a stencil piece here, or a stencil. It's like a form piece, I think. Here, probably maybe for the back. Not sure if this is going on as the backer piece. I believe maybe it is. And then the front piece, where the upper loft door is. And then we have lots of these parts in here, which are going to be more. More wood construction, some pieces here with laser etching at the bottom. Not sure where those are going, but probably the roof, I guess, maybe? Maybe, yeah, that's it. They're the roof piece at the very bottom. And then again, some more of the side wood slats. And we have another cardboard piece, which is just a backer, I think. And then we have a lot of these kind of like shelving units and stuff that are up on the side of the building for storage, I guess, underneath the eaves. And then we have some balsa pieces. We have this kind of like a 4x4 piece, I guess. 4x4, I'm saying 4 inches by 4 inches, what we would call over here like a major structural piece. And then some more of those, basically. Yeah, basically that's the last bits of parts. All these little would probably equate to something like a 4x4 or I don't know how many 4 inches. How many centimeters is that? Probably quite a few. Anyways, so yeah, so you've got a mixture of parts in here: laser cut pieces, balsa, resin, ceramics. So you probably do need a little bit of prior experience, maybe good to have before you try to do a kit like this. But overall, I think it's probably if you take your time and put it together in a step-by-step fashion, it will go together well, because obviously these are all laser cuts, so they're going to be pretty much right on each piece. You just want to be careful not to cut in the wrong place, or some of these pieces need to bend and fold, and I think they have created marks there, basically. I don't know if those are cutting marks or there actually is I'd have to take one out to kind of see, but yeah, either they've created a small cut there so it'll be easy to essentially fold that piece, or you'll need to cut it and fold it yourself. Probably on the reverse side might be good, actually. Not sure. Instructions, though, are going to be a little limited in that sense. They're only going to show you essentially where things go together. So if you have any questions, you might want to go online and see if you can find a similar plus model build put together, and you'll probably get an idea from that the best way to proceed if you're unsure of some of that minor construction stuff. So, because again, instructions are going to be limited. All right, well, our thanks to... I'm not sure I'll throw any photos in on this one. Maybe I will for the texture here if it didn't come through very well. But if I don't, please accept my apologies. But if I do, I'll stick them in right here. All right. So to conclude, with all my stuff off here off to the side. Oh no, lots of junk. To conclude, there we go. Kind of out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind. Go away. To conclude, thanks to Plus Model for sending us this sample. I'm sorry it took a little while to get this one out there, because I believe they did send this a while back now. But I kept this one because I like 1/35th scale buildings. Oh, there's actually a pulley system there too. No, that's not the resin part. So where be that pulley? Anybody remember seeing that pulley in there? That wasn't a pulley, right? The resin piece wasn't a pulley. Let me look at it again. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm totally messing that up. Oh, okay. It is a pulley, right? It's the block piece on the bottom, and then you separate this piece, and then that's a little U kind of bolt scenario, and the pulley's going obviously inside that, and then that's just hanging up on the building, and then the wire is obviously coming off the pulley. So, yes, good thing I looked at the picture again. Otherwise, I would have been totally confused about that. Makes perfect sense that there's a pulley there as well, right there at the loft door. It'd be interesting to see somebody do this, obviously, with a little bit of an interior. So maybe the loft was open, and they had the hay on the inside. But you probably, I don't know what you could do in that scenario. Maybe you could use that backboard to create like a photo effect of depth, like somehow get a photo that looked like it was going back further. That would be an interesting diorama trick. Anyways, but I kept this because I like these kind of buildings, and I may build this someday and use it. So maybe, who knows? Some weirder things have happened. Well, if you like this video, please leave a comment down in the comment section, and give us a like, a thumbs up if you did like it. And we will see you next time on Cracking the Box.